Hello everyone, and welcome to our very first practice together. Let's get excited to be a part of something that promotes positivity along with being around others who feel the same yearning for self and community betterment. We will start off every session with an inspiring quote to set the tone and theme of our practice. Every day, we will elaborate into the quote to cultivate our character while we simultaneously synchronize our bodies with the flow of the music. For this practice is more than just physical exercise. Our intentions are to set our bodies in motion, giving our bodies the nourishment of exercise, and at the same time, we nourish our minds with positive affirmations to awaken our deeper conscious. This aligned synergy of body and mind will lay the proper groundwork to invoke real, obtainable change that we all so seek. This program is more than any of us, especially myself. We all should have the opportunity to express our wants and needs. We're all encouraged to comment our thoughts and feelings about anything we want to express, free of judgment by the rest of the community. Remember, we are all here to help each other realize our full potential, even if we disagree. All of our paths may be slightly different, but what binds us together is our inclination for working towards progress. So, respect and dignity is paramount to our cause. Please freely share in the comments section, but remember to remain respectful to one another's ideas. Lastly, the more of us involved in this, the more this becomes a movement. Help our community of Pebble droppers grow. By the way, you'll understand what Pebble droppers means shortly. We can all help our community grow by liking the videos to gain exposure to those who haven't yet found us. Now today's quote is credited to the Dalai Lama, who said, "Just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into water, the actions of individuals can have far-reaching effects." See you in the flow.
We embark on today's journey by synergistically aligning our minds and bodies to enter into the flow. Keep in mind, our paths may diverge. There's no need to follow my movements if your body wants to take you somewhere else. Your only task is to keep moving and to remain receptive to the positive influences that are about to emerge. Now let's get into the flow. Our first journey together will comprise a concept that we will come back to many times. Let's call this concept the Pebble effect. Let's allow our minds to take us to a lake. Standing immediately on the shoreline, we gaze outward, seeing a motionless bed of water so still that it is a perfect mirror of the landscape in the backdrop. Nothing disturbs the water. That is, until we pick up a small pebble below our feet. Extending our arms out, we drop the pebble into the water. A cascade of ripples emerge, and like falling dominoes, these ripples extend outward till they reach the other end of the lake. And just from this small action of dropping a pebble, the entire lake becomes awakened and energized. Just as we find this phenomenon in nature, so too can we find this within ourselves. It only takes one seemingly insignificant action to disrupt the stagnation that can plague us all. We hold the power to change our lives at every second. So how can we apply the Pebble effect? First, let's take a moment to evaluate our routines. None of us are perfect, and we all have patterns of behavior that causes inaction. Perhaps for one, it's watching too much TV. To another, it may be overeating. And for others, it may be working too much on something that does not fulfill us. Now, once we target a pitfall, we must commit to a change. During these times, we are most vulnerable to our idling. Start small. There is no need to cause a cataclysmic change to our routine. Remember, all we need is a tiny pebble to create the ripples. Commit just 5 minutes a day to doing something that requires action and wedge it right into these periods of sluggishness. Say your vice is watching too much TV and you decide your pebble will be to read a book for 5 minutes. Commit a sliver of time out of your watching routine to turn off the TV and open the book. Once you have spent your allotted time dropping the pebble, you may now close the book and proceed watching your show. If you stay committed to dropping the pebble every day during your times of weakness, in time you will see the ripples of change emerge. If we stay committed, the ripples of change take hold much easier than we could have ever realized. Now, let's all say out loud or reverberated from within. Drop the pebble, create the ripples. Again. Drop the pebble, create the ripples. 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 Keep in mind, you choose the pebble you are comfortable with. For one, it may be reading. To others, it may be listening to soothing music. And hopefully to many of you, you decide this short practice suits you as your pebble. But the choice is yours, and that's a beautiful thing. There are myriad paths one can take to change our lives for the better. If you decide to join our community of pebble droppers, we'll be exploring many mind-opening concepts to enhance our personal and collective existence. And the wonderful part is, you won't have to explore alone. We are all here for the same reason of fulfillment through dedicated practice. We must all stay committed to helping one another along the way, because through bolstering others, we find our own way. As we depart from today's practice, let's all take a moment to feel gratitude for willfully taking steps in making our lives more fulfilling. Now, let's get out there and start something.